back to OU Nightly Sports. I'm Lindy Simpson. It was an incredible weekend for OU gymnastics. 2 teams, 2 national championships. OU is the first school in history to sweep NCAA gymnastics titles. The women's motto all year was "Make it count." Well, this weekend they did exactly that. The top 3 teams were extremely close, all scoring 197. The difference between OU and second place LSU was .22. OU used a little Sooner magic to turn in 49.575 on floor, and sophomore AJ Jackson's 9.9 on vault pushed the Sooners to the top of the leaderboard. They returned to a hero's welcome with fans lining up to see the victorious Sooners. The ladies enjoyed the appreciation, hoisting up their NCAA trophy with pride.
I am honestly so proud of my team. Just watching them and the poise and the confidence that they have, I just know that they're going to be even better next year, and I'm blessed to be part of this team, and it was truly an amazing experience.
The men killed the competition, winning the national title by a 10-point margin. This marks their 10th NCAA championship. 2 Sooners won individual titles. Freshman Yul Mulder took the all-around, and junior Colin Van Wicklen won the national title on floor with a score of 15.3. About 45 minutes after the women got home, the men's team bus arrived. They were greeted by fans, family, and friends. They were happy to share the joy with those who showed up to support them.
Knowing that you have a chance to win a national championship, I mean, that's a dream.
It's always awesome, you know. It's always a special feeling when you made it through the year and you put your best night on the floor and win a national championship. The guys were just amazing.
So, of course, our friends at Sooner Sports Pad will have the gymnastics extravaganza tonight. Annie Durbin is here with a preview. Am I right, Annie?
You sure are, Lindy. We'll have victorious men's and women's gymnasts here in studio tonight. After the Thunder game on Fox Sports Oklahoma, Chase Capps, Charity Jones, and Natalie Brown from the women's team will all join us in the studio. From the men's side, Kanji Oyama and Yul Mulder are coming too, and we'll have a terrific feature story on the Roughnecks. And of course, we'll replay the show right here on OU TV tomorrow after this newscast. But for now, let's get it back to you, Lindy.
One of the OU sports that didn't have such a hot weekend was baseball. They fell to number 7 TCU twice on Saturday, 12-2 and then 2-zip. OU was run-ruled in Game 1 as OU pitchers could not keep the Frogs off the board. Softball sweeps Texas this weekend. The highlight was Aaron Miller's Senior Day walk-off bomb on Friday. The sweep brought the Sooners' win streak to 7 over the Longhorns. This is their longest winning streak in the history of the series. Thunder Mavs game was a snoozer. OKC's Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant led the Thunder to a 38-point win. None of the Western Conference openers were close. Last week, the Tennessee Titans made news trading number 1 draft pick to the LA Rams. Let's just hope that decision was better than movie night. Fans were invited to bring towels and blankets and watch movies on the big screen. The smart ones brought towels. Apparently, no one told the grounds crew that it was movie night. The Sooners' impressive season came to a disappointing end this weekend against Villanova in the Final Four. The Sooners came into the game vibrant and ready to go, but that didn't last long. Nova could not miss, and it seemed like OU missed everything. The Wildcats mauled OU, beating them 95-51.
Final Four matchup with Villanova will extend an amazing streak for the Sooners. Buddy Hield, Ryan Spangler, Isaiah Cousins, and Jordan Woodard. OU Nightly's Haley Huey was covering the Sooners in Anaheim and has more on the OU Ironmen.
The West Regional Final is in the books, and the Sooners are heading to the Final Four, which is Coach Lon Kruger's first appearance in 22 years. Buddy Hield had a game-high 37 points, joined alongside his 3 teammates who have been with him for 104 straight games.
I can't imagine that ever being done, quite frankly, because whether it be an injury or an illness or whatever, and those 4 guys, all from different backgrounds, very, very special in their own right.
We've spent a lot of time, on and off the court together, learned a lot about each other. And they'll be my friends forever, but I think the biggest thing is we know where each other's going to be on the court. We know what each other's going to do.
That's exactly what Ryan said. That's being around each other for 4 years, hanging around each other, knowing what we like to do, and just having that chemistry. I think that's got us here right now.
Coming together and making a team camaraderie and just just learning about each other really helps in the game, especially in situations where we need each other. And when teams go on their run, we just come together and just keep fighting.
High character guys, good work ethic, unselfish. I mean, all those things across the board.
Start 105 will be in Saturday's semifinal. Haley Huey, OU Nightly Sports.
And tonight you can catch two members of the basketball team on Sooner Sports Pad at 10 p.m. after the Thunder game on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Of course, the replay will be right here after our newscast tomorrow. You can catch tennis star Emma Devine and find out how Sooners football stars did at their recent pro day workouts. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can't come to grips with spending $300 on a basketball ticket. What's
No.
a 2-hour game?
A little steep.
You kidding me?
I would rather just sit at home, grab my
Kick
popcorn.
the feet up.
Popcorn.
Exactly.
You're
Pop
good
it
to
in the
go.
microwave.
For free.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
free, exactly.
Thanks.
I don't know.
Thanks, Reagan.
It's football time in Oklahoma again. Well, kind of. OU's red and white spring game was on Saturday, but was it really a game? It was more of a glorified no-contact practice that just so happened to be in front of 42,000 Sooner fans. Nonetheless, there were some guys who put on a display. Baker Mayfield did typical Baker thing, scrambling from the pocket and connecting with receivers down the field. Kyler Murray and Austin Kendall put on a show, not with just their arms, but with their legs as well.
That's how kind of our whole spring's been. We haven't gone to the ground with the first team at all. So it's been good for me. Like I said earlier, it's about getting the ball out of my hands because we do have a quick whistle. And knowing situationally, if my running back's going to break a tackle, I got to know that I can still hand it off and he'll run through an arm tackle.
Our sports team has more on the spring game tonight on Sooner Sports Pad. Here's Blakely Durham with the preview. Blakely?
Receivers Jeffrey Mead and Dede Westbrook will be our in-studio guests. We will preview next weekend's national championship gymnastics meets and recap a big weekend for baseball and softball. All that tonight live on Fox College Sports Central. Or you can catch us at 10 right after the Thunder game on Fox Sports Oklahoma. And of course, we'll replay the show right here on OUTV tomorrow after this newscast. But for now, let's get it back to you at the desk. Reagan?
Thanks, Blakely. OU baseball continued their hot streak as they took 2 of 3 from Baylor this weekend. Both of those were walk-off wins, making that 4 walk-offs, 4 in the past 7 games. Senior Hunter Haley led the charge with 3 home runs over the weekend. Haley was named National Player of the Week by Collegiate Baseball News. And OU softball had quite the weekend themselves. The 12th-ranked Sooners swept the Baylor Bears in Waco. OU outscored Baylor 16-4 on the weekend behind 5 home runs. Sophomore Paige Parker improved her record to 17-3 on the season with the 3 wins. And the Black Mamba can see the finish line. Kobe is now just 8 quarters away from calling it a career. His last stop was in Houston yesterday, where he poured in 35 on the Rockets. The Lakers take on the Thunder in OKC tonight. It's Kobe's last time taking on Durant and Westbrook, and the OKC fans' last chance to see the 5-time champ in action. It's all part of the Kobe Appreciation Tour. The game tips off at 7. Defending champ Jordan Spieth had control well until a 12th hole debacle. Spieth didn't just bogey. He didn't just double bogey. Nope, not even a triple bogey. He put up a quad. He saw his 4-shot lead slip away in a matter of minutes. This eventually led to the first champion, Danny Willits, sporting that coveted green jacket, which was put on him by Spieth himself. Well, guys, I don't know what's more brutal to watch, Spieth and his quadruple bogey, or the fact that he had to put the jacket on the guy he just lost to. Amazing.
I was listening to it on the radio, actually, on the way home this weekend, and I just couldn't believe. I just couldn't believe it. I was kind of in shock. Me and my brother just complete in shock.
He'll get back. He'll get back.
Oh, he will. I have no doubt. Thanks you so
Reagan.
much, Reagan.
In his last game in Oklahoma, Buddy Hield went off in an NCAA second-round matchup at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Buddy Hield scored 36 huge points, 19 coming in the final 8 minutes. His jaw-dropping second half propelled OU to an 85-81 victory against VCU. The Sooners were impressed with the amount of love from the fans.
The crowd was there all night, and us making shots and them just being there helped us to build up momentum and keep us to keep going.
We knew if we get on the run with the crowd was amazing, and we just feed off that energy, so we just had to keep our composure up.
The finalists for the best college basketball players have been announced. Not surprisingly, Buddy Hield is a top candidate. Denzel Valentine of Michigan State, Tyler Ulis of Kentucky, and Virginia's Malcolm Brogdon runs out the list. Only Buddy and Brogdon are still alive in the tournament. With an epic comeback, A&M booked a date with OU in the Sweet 16, and it only took 44 seconds to make history. A&M is the first team in history to make a 12-2 run in the final minute of NCAA tournament game. The #1 ranked Sooners naturally clinched the Big 12 championship title. OU is the only team to win Big 12 championship 5 times in a row. The Sooners claimed individual conference titles in all 4 events. Oklahoma softball is heating things up with a 4-2 victory against former Big 12 opponent Nebraska. The team's super sophomores Nicole Penley and Paige Parker led the way.
Buddy Hield continues to be at the center of attention. OU sharpshooter has been named the Big 12 Player of the Year. This is the second time he has won the award in as many years.
My confidence is always high, and I set a high standard for myself. I just stay quiet and I just humbly work, and no matter what happened, and I just want to compete as hard as I can.
And again, can't imagine anyone being more consistent at a very, very high level than what Buddy's been from first game right through the last game yesterday. He's been not only phenomenal in his play, but very, very consistent in his production, and he's been great.
And for a weekend recap and look at what's next in Sooner Sports, be sure to watch Sooner Sports Pad this week. Here's Blakely Durham with the What's Happening. Blakely?
Yes, Reagan, we have a lot of hoops news with plenty of gymnastics thrown in there too. Live on Fox Sports Oklahoma tonight and replay tomorrow right here after our news. The Sooners big men of the future visit us on set. We go one-on-one with gymnast Alan Bauer, and we talk to his very busy assistant coach who is headed to the U.S. Olympic trials. But for now, let's get it back to you at the desk. Reagan?
Thank you, Blakely. And OU women's basketball spent the weekend in OKC for the Big 12 tournament. Despite beating Oklahoma State on Saturday, the Sooners took a near 30-point beating on Sunday from Baylor. OU now has their sights set on the NCAA tournament. But on the bright side, the #1 ranked men's gym team took care of business again. #2 Stanford was in town Saturday, and the Sooners made history en route to their victory. OU put up a score of 452.350, the 4th score over 450 in NCAA history. The Sooners continue the season Friday as they take on Ohio State. And the seniors of the women's gymnastics team went out on a high note. Keely Kmiecek led the way as OU rolled past #18 Arizona. Next up, the top team flies out to LA to close out the regular season at #7 UCLA. Peyton Manning says an emotional goodbye to football. He won 5 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls during his time with the Colts and the Broncos.
When I look back on my NFL career, I'll know without a doubt that I gave everything I had to help my teams walk away with a win. There were other players who were more talented, but there was no one who could out-prepare me.
Sooners superstar Buddy Hield received the Big 12 Player of the Year award Sunday. This is the second time that Hield has been named Big 12's top star. Hield is leading the conference with an average of 25.1 points a game. He also holds the record for the most three-pointers in conference play in Big 12 history, with 79 three-pointers. Now, for the 5th straight week, the women's gymnastics team is in the top spot. The women are also ranked first as a program on bars and floor. The ladies are ranked 3rd on vault and 2nd on beam. Men's gym is killing it too. They beat #2 Stanford Saturday with a score of 452.35. This team's score is the 3rd highest in NCAA history.
Well, all good things must come to an end, and from the Sooners, that ending came a little too early. OU suffered a brutal 44-point loss to Villanova in their Final Four matchup on Saturday. The Sooners kept it close early, but Nova ran away with it, only missing 14 shots from the field all night. And Buddy Love may have lost his chances at winning it all, but he did not leave Houston empty-handed. On Sunday morning, Hield was named the Naismith Award winner. This award goes to the nation's top player. He now joins Blake Griffin as the only 2 Sooners to ever win the award.